Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. It's episode 24 and it took me about 90 minutes to figure out exactly how to lay the tracks between this station over here in Surat and the station all the way on the other side, actually which is not even still done, over here in Guangzhou. Because what was going on is that I have a passenger station over here. So that's, let's say on the right hand side of the station. And over here, I have my passenger area on the left-hand side of the station. So the problem was that the cargo trains and the passenger trains would need to start weaving, and I kind of wanted to avoid that. So it was pretty tricky to do so, but the solution turned out to be build one more passenger platform here, just on the outer edge. And yes, people can use these walkways to get underneath the train station and get from one track to another. So it finally works, and there is a lot of demand for this line. Unfortunately for them, there's not exactly... the hell is this bug? There's not actually any train running at the moment, because I had to sell off my trains to make sure that they weren't all going to get stuck. Now there is one little thing that I still need to adjust over here, and that is to make sure that this particular area is connected. Because there should be a small cargo building. Let's see, miscellaneous, side entry. No, I cannot do that there. Platform. Doesn't even need to be that big so long as it's connected. That's the key here. There you go. Because this needs to be connected to the fuel refinery. So what's happening here right now? We got the trains that we normally had. From Surat, they go all the way from Surat here. They take the outermost platform. They then either split up to the left or the right, depending on whether they're incoming or outbound. If they're outbound, they're going to take the right-hand side of the tracks, go all the way to Guangzhou, and drop off. Done. This is fairly easy. Next, we have the NO to QZ. This is when it goes to Novosibirsk. And this one is pretty straightforward as well. It starts at the train station, it goes there, it splits, depending on the amount of trains that's going to be required or not. Currently, it's not really required because there's only one train running at it. But at a later date, if I decide to run more trains between Novosibirsk and Guangzhou, I might need to have that double split and make use of it. Then we got the cargo lines. The QZ food. Again, pretty straightforward, but it has a bit of a share situation going on, because this track over here, it's being shared. It's being shared with the line that brings in the crude oil. Or the crude. I'm not even sure if you want to call it oil at that point, but the crude. So what happens over here is that the QZ food train, it tries to get to this platform over here. Then it goes all the way back. And then over here, it splits off. It traverses over all of the tracks. I could do this with a tunnel on the other end, so just go down here and make sure it doesn't actually interfere, but for the moment I think it'll work. It passes over everything and heads to the station over here in Surat branch, where it's going to pick up some food. The other one is a little bit more elaborate, and that's the Surat fuel fuel crude line. It starts over here in Surat Central. This is where we pick up the crude. There is a lot to pick up. We then take the train line, which is used by the grain, and we follow it along with the grain line. Fortunately, these should have the same speed, and then at some point I split off. So I traverse the other line, go all the way north, and over here I have to blend. I have to pass over both of the passenger lines, and I have to go to the cargo area. So we're going to pass along. Here's the split off again to the food line. Keep going north. And once we're finally in Guangzhou, I don't need it to stop over here. Because at this point, it's going to be carrying crude and it needs to go to the refinery. So this track over here, while it is connected to this platform, it doesn't actually do anything. It's just set up as a throughput line. So it goes to the refinery, drops off the crude, picks up the oil, if there is any, drops that off in Guangzhou Central. Depending on how much there is, it's going to pick up some fuel, and take the fuel back to Surat. So for that situation, it goes south all the way. And once it is south, it links up here in Surat, drops it off at this cargo platform, and then passes south on a line which it's not sharing with anything else. And then, once again, crosses over, traverses, and moves over here back to its original starting point, Surat Central. So it was quite a bit of work. Over here in this station, we still have some platforms that are not actually being used. Like this passenger platform and the middle area over here, it's not being used. But at this point, it works, and I'm not going to touch it again, because this took me a lot of time. Now, what I do need to do is make sure that this area, or that this train line, actually has a train running on it. Initially, it was connected to this train depot, but it has, at this point, been adjusted. It's no longer connected. So to make it a little easier on myself, I'm going to set up a depot in a position where I can still fairly easily fit it. And I think I might be able to do that here. And then I might also immediately be able to tie this one in. So let's set up a train depot and do that over here. I hope that those tracks want to turn enough. What the hell? Okay. Start afresh. Yes, connected. And this one refuses to connect. There. No, that's connected. Okay, so over here I can start a train that goes from Guangzhou all the way down south to Surat. The type of train that I'm going to be using here, I'm tempted to go with the Shinkansen, but I think at this point it's a little overkill. It has a capacity of 160, and with all the renovations that I did, there's currently nobody waiting for that line, because I removed the train station more times than I care to admit. There is a lot of passengers over here. There's currently 160. But with no train running, I think that we might not see a whole lot of passengers here. See, they're all coming out of the train station, not heading in. You know what? I'll set up a Shinkansen. Just to see if it's going to be interesting enough. If it doesn't run profitable, I can always remove it and replace it with something else. So this is Surat to Guangzhou passenger line. We're now in 1992 and I have access to the Airbus. 11 people waiting to go to Guangzhou. Sorry, this is Guangzhou. 11 people waiting to go to Novosibirsk. Here comes the... Yep, that's the fuel line. Picks up some fuel and moves over there. Perfect. Now, I'm also still dropping off a lot of stuff here. Or at least that's the plan. Because these things should be coming in with oil, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little interrupted at this point. Because I have been, well, starting the train station, stopping it, starting it, stopping it, and so forth. I'm not seeing nearly enough fuel over here. Is this line even profitable? QZ crude? Yes, it is profitable. But the train over here is a little too happy about wanting to pick up all the crude. I'm not sure if that's worth it, because I do have quite a number of trucks running there. And they are now probably... yeah, they're not getting anything. Okay. Surat crude fuel. If you go to Upper Guangzhou, I need you to just unload. Don't bring anything with you. That's the truck's business. The trucks are going to be getting the oil. They're there to transport it to the refinery, and you just get to pick up stuff from the refinery here. So I'll be running the train empty from here to there, and then from there to Surat, it's going to be full again. Now, it looks like there is a... whoa. The central tram. The central tram actually might no longer be enough for Guangzhou. Because Guangzhou has grown. Significantly so. Let's see, could I set up a depot? No, not a depot. Could I set up a tram station right in the middle of town? They won't like that. But it would be an interesting place to just drop off people here. And then take another tram and head, or bring them further north. It is going to be slightly on the expensive side, but so be it. Click. Alright, in position. Let's go with another couple of passenger platforms. And then a street access over there. Right, now I need to make sure that the trams actually get there. So Guangzhou currently has one tram line. The tram central. Let me change the color because I can barely see it. It starts here. It goes all the way up to Ethel Grove Lane. And then it goes right back. What I ideally wanted to do, if the tram station's permitted, but I'm afraid they don't. I was going to say I'm going to set up a bus station over here, a bus stop, and then go through and go back. But I'm going to do it slightly different. I'm going to overhaul the stops that are currently in this town. Where's my tram? Here. Yeah, currently it has only the start up there, that's correct. Then, I want to make a bit of a loop, so I'm going to go here, there, and back. So I'm going to need a couple of stops. Let's say one here. And one here. And one... Ooh, where do I go next? What do I cover so far? I cover the left side of town, the western area. I cover the northern area quite a bit. How do I set this up? Because Guangzhou is getting big at 988. So what I could do is set up a line that goes here. And another line that goes there. And they link up over there at that part. Yeah. Let's do it like that. So we've got one stop here, one stop there. And then I want you to stop here. So it's going to be Guangzhou 1, 2, 3, there and back. Currently it's saying, uh-oh, I cannot do that because not everything over here looks like a tram. And yes, that would be true. This road, and this road, and this road. And that road. This loop around here. And back. Now it should work. Yes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back. The next one is going to start over here. Go north. Go east. Go south and back. Start here. Go there, go there, go there, and back. QZ tram 2. Hold on, we have west-east line? Is that still active? Are there still vehicles running on that line? Yes, there are. I'm going to make sure that that's no longer in effect. This one's going to get sold off. Because they're old trams anyway. And that was the west-east line that's going to end. Now I need to make sure that these units can actually move here. And this part. That should do it. Okay, you're going to start here. That's QZ tram 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, done. Lower Guangzhou is going to be the hub. And hopefully over here, I'm going to have a lot of passengers which want to go to the train station. And that's what the central tram does. It takes passengers from Lower Guangzhou back to the train station. Right. What sort of trams do I have running around here now? Just the two of them. They seem fairly old. Let's upgrade that. I'm not even sure if you can do 70 kph inside of a town, so let's go for these. And I'll double that. I also need, I think, just the 2 for the other line for the moment. And if that does work, I'll set up the other ones. So this is QZ Tram 2. And the other one I'm going to also rename to QZ Central Tram. Alright. Let's see if we immediately start seeing passengers pop up everywhere. Because that's kind of what I'm expecting at this stage. Here come all the trams. These are fuel delivery vehicles, which don't really have a lot to do at this point. Yeah, we got some passengers popping up here and there. Especially here. Whoa. I guess that's what I get for running a Shinkansen on this line. Because the Shinkansen transports a lot of people. How? Yeah, it's not doing a whole lot. It's doing 29 of 160 passengers. That's pretty bad for a Shinkansen. That's the crude line. Where's Shinkansen now? Hello? Oh, you're coming back. Well, in this case, I understand. Because there was no train station in Guangzhou. So that means that there was no real demand. There was no way for the passengers to start piling up. There might be now. Yeah, there's 51 people there. And over here we have 120 on the central tram. Who seem very eager to make it to the to the train station. Not to the tram station, to the train station. So time to spawn in 3 more trams and get these people to their destination so that the Shinkansen can run fast and full. Mostly full. Alright, here comes the train. Picks up what little fuel there is available. These things are now running full. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Trucks running full. Mostly. Not all of them. Maybe I need to go with one more train that does crude transport. 4.4 million. It's actually quite profitable, this one. For now. Let's see. 68 passengers. Might be enough to make it run profitable. The thing is, if that train vomited out 160 people, this is going to get busy. Guangzhou transfer. I already have a lot of trams running around, so I hope that that's going to be enough to service this tram station and make sure that all of these people can actually get to their destinations fairly timely. Because right now they're just waiting here for a long, long time. Alright, this is the one to Novosibirsk. It is making money, albeit not a whole lot, and I don't blame it because its capacity is not being used. Capacity over here is going up. Novosibirsk, however, is not growing that fast. That's because it's not really getting any of its needs met, except for construction materials. Oh, hold on, you got a new one. Does that mean that the other towns also got something new? Surat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Interesting. So, Ankara, what would you like? Because I can tie you into quite a few materials at this point. I have 3 items being supplied. The other 3, not so much. So the other 3 might still need more work. If I want to have this town grow further, that is. 420 people. I cannot wait for the bigger Shinkansen to arrive. Because these trains can barely make up for all the demand. There's 21 million being made here on the line 1. Let's call that Surat Ankara, by the way. Because that's what it's doing. Alright. Now, what I also wanted to do is continue with the highway. There is a lot of people who are wanting to go, via Chennai. I'm not exactly sure where they want to end up. They do have a motorway that they can use, and it is being used. This motorway, highway, depending on where you're from. But I also want to extend this further towards Jeddah and Novosibirsk. Now, I haven't been playing around with highways a lot, other than what I did previously. It's going to be an interesting experiment. Let's put it that way. Can we go down? Can we dive under the train? That would make sure that the cars don't have to wait. I want to end up here. I'm gonna have a cloverleaf here. So let's set the destination first. A cloverleaf intersection. Yeah, just about like that. Okay. So that's the destination. It doesn't. Okay. Sometimes you never can be quite certain about transport fever. Sometimes it seems really eager to crash. Or you're just making something so, I don't know, so unusual for the game that it's really not liking what you're doing. See, like this. I'm not trying to connect it to anything just yet, but the game seems to think that I might. Oh, hold on, this is a small cloverleaf. This is a 2-lane. I need a 3-lane. Go bigger or go home. Come on, get out of my way. I am really glad that the game, once you delete these upper sections, it actually deletes the elevation as well. I think in the previous game it didn't do that. And that made it really quite annoying. What does scale large mean? I think that might mean that the vehicles are not going to be slowed down as much. Yeah, let's go for large. Okay. Maybe turn it a little bit more. Like that. Okay, that's where we're gonna go. That's where I want to end up. Highways. Once I'm underneath everything here, I should be able to just make it back to the surface. Once I've cleared everything. Alright, this is gonna go here. And now we're gonna go back the other way. I'm gonna go down again. Game permitting. No, I don't need you to blend in too much. Whoa. That's a little better. Keep going on that way. Whoa. Seems really happy to go down now. Just don't collide, buddy. You're a highway. We're not playing bumper cars here. Okay, I need to be staying underground. And heading continuously this direction until we meet up with the other cloverleaf. No, I don't want to connect it. Yes. Connect. Here. Uh-oh. There we go. Collision. Done. Right. So now people can take a fast highway from Chennai to this direction. I just need to make sure that it's now going to be connected to Novosibirsk and to Jeddah. Which I think at the moment they cannot do. There's no real road connection between these towns. So that means that this might be a very well-traveled highway. Let's set it up over here. Edge of town. Roundabout. 3 lanes. Fairly sizable. Yes. Can we do that about here? Go. Alright. One highway is going to go in that direction. Let's keep it above ground this time around. That's a really wild definition of keep it above ground. That's better. Alright. The other way I'm going to have to do from the other side because these things are one directional. Whoa. Game's going ham again. Yes, that looks alright. We're going to end up here. Now I'm going to start it from there. Let's go up already a little bit. Pass over the train station. And the tracks. Might have to do it in smaller jumps here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't be like that. Restart. Here. That's a little better. Click. Good. New planes. Tupolevs. And Russian class EDM-9s, or ED-9Ms. Those are commuter trains, I think? Because they would be exceptionally fast if they were trams. Alright, and this one ties into here. And now to tie the roundabout into the city. I think for that I can use large streets. Can I upgrade this bit? Actually, it's a bit long. No, yes, maybe. Come on, game. Come on. There you go. Alright, so that's one entrance / exit for the roundabout, and this is the other one. Right, so now people can use this part, and they can now use the motorway to get to, in this case, Shenyang and Chennai. Good. Next stop is going to be Jeddah. How do I do that? How do I do that? What I can do is use one of these, a T-way intersection. Because with this, I think it will be fairly easy to tie this into the town and still keep going with the highway. Because I can just use the highway tool again, make it a 3-lane, cross over that road because it really doesn't do much. And this one's going to go in the opposite direction. Connected. This one is going to be a large one-way street. Here. Connects that way. I kind of want a small roundabout here as well, because I think they might help with traffic flow. Sorry. You'll be well compensated, don't worry. Here. Alright. Mediums, no, that's 60 kph. Once you've cleared that roundabout, I want you to speed up. This can just be a 2-way medium street. Or a large one. Do we have a large... You know what, I might make it a large medium or a large town road over here. Oh shit, that's expensive. That's really expensive. If you want to do this, you're gonna be paying 4.2 million. I do in a main street here, just to keep traffic flowing through the town, and then here and here, if the game is willing, and then I can tie it in like that, and I can have an exit over there, upgrading this bit. We're still looking at a medium town road. And then maybe set up a medium street to here. Like that. That should give people ample opportunity to get out. Right. Where are you going? That is not what I want you to do. No. I didn't set up this whole thing just so you can take a dirt road. That's not how any of this works. Oh, hello. Where are you going, little one? Where are you going? Going off the highway, slowing down Very much. Jeez, that's slow. What is that? What sort of road is that? The game doesn't even want to tell me. Medium street? No. There, that's better. Unfortunately, it will make for some trouble. Especially on the fourth bit. I cannot do that without colliding. But I can bulldoze this bit. Upgrade this part. And then just set up a part of the highway. Let's make that a medium one. Split off here. Bypass the section and go straight here. Right now it doesn't do too much yet. But later on when Novosibirsk is going to be tied in, and potentially Changsha and Beijing, I will actually have a pretty decent highway over here. And I'm thinking that I might get rid of this train and set up a bus lane instead. Just a bus that goes from Novosibirsk to Jeddah. Because that way I can just get rid of this train. Because it is running very much not exactly profitable. Yeah, let's get rid of this one. Manage vehicles. Sell. Done. That is a train line that's going to, what was it, Jeddah? Jeddah. That's Jeddah to NO. Delete. Alright, I do want them to be able to get from and to the train station. We're gonna go with a bus. I think that's the first bus lane I've set up in the game so far. Alright, from there. Do I have a transfer point in here? I don't. No. Could I set up a bus stop in the middle of town? Yeah, this one actually does pretty well. So, Silver Street. Let's say to just here, dumping in the middle of town. Embankment Road. Hold up, why can you not get there? NO Jeddah bus. Not sure if I have a depot. Yeah, I have a road depot here. What sort of buses do we have? The BK670. I'll take 4. NO Jeddah bus. Yes, it does want to run. Good. It's not the fastest bus though, it's just 80. Especially considering the highway serves vehicles at a road speed of what, 100? 120? No, 100. Okay, well that's good enough. Oh, right. Just as I spawn in my buses, I get an upgrade. Replace with the MAZ 103. These things do actually do 100 kph. Okay. Right, they have to take the dirt road first, and then they're going to take the highway. And it's probably going to be a bit of time before we see passengers starting over here. I know that I set up this additional station over here, this additional stop, but I probably won't be using it because it's not really that necessary at this point in time. What routes do the buses take? Okay. Oh, hold on, that's the construction line. Jeddah bus. Yes, they take the roundabout. Here we go. And now we're on the highway. And there is a separate bus lane, so there should always be some room for the buses to get to the other side. Going up. The NO to Jeddah. Alright, here comes the Cloverleaf. No. That's just a passover point. Where we go? There's the T interjunction, or the T junction. So it's going to split off here and turn into town. Back to bus lane. on the roundabout. Oh, the roundabout does not have a bus lane. That could be problematic later. And now we're going to move into town. Are there people waiting there? Yes, there are. 33, in fact. Good. Okay, last thing of the episode. Upgrade this particular piece of road. Because I do want there to be a bus line. That is... What is that even? A large one-way street, I guess? There, now there's a separate bus line here. Whoa! You drove right through that car, dude. Be careful. Be nice. Don't be like that. I'm not sure if this is a good stop. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. For now, thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the show. The transport networks are coming along. It's not just trains anymore, it's also buses at this point. There's still a lot of people who want to go from one train or from one town to the next. So there's still plenty to upgrade. And, by the way, I just hit the 1 billion mark. I now have 1,045 million. So there is plenty of cash to keep developing. Anyway, that was all. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you soon for the next one.